Welcome into another episode of Raw, where we'll be getting things started off in a huge way with Liv Morgan taking on Shayna Baszler. This is a massive rematch from way back at the start of this Mygm career mode, where Shayna stole the victory using the brass knucks against Liv Morgan. A lot has changed since then, and now she's joined the NWO and been on a huge winning streak ever since. Her opponent tonight, Shayna Baszler, was lost to Asuka at SummerSlam in a women's title match, but took it all out on Shotzi just a couple weeks ago. Also of note, our main event tonight, which is going to be a contract signing between Charlotte Flair, who became the #1 contender, and Raw Women's Champion Asuka. But shifting back to the now, the bell rings and we're underway. Both these two ladies stare each other down, referencing their history here, and Liv went for the strike right away, but Shayna blocked it and she's in control. Shayna sticking to her strong point here of a whole bunch of strikes and then just a brutal finger snap there right off the start. Shayna looked to continue her attack, sending Liv to the corner, and follows up with a big knee strike. Liv Morgan was understandably upset last week with Eric Bischoff as she just gets clothesline inside out here. Hold on, going for the cover, one, and Liv will kick out at one. Liv was understandably upset when Eric Bischoff made it clear that it was going to be Trish Stratus and Charlotte Flair in the #1 contenders match, because Liv has made a really good point that she does have one of the best records here on Raw. As she again just gets another big knee to the face. She has a good record, but hasn't gotten any offense in this match. Baszler looking to steal it, and able to kick out is Liv Morgan. But in any case, it was Trish Stratus and Charlotte Flair in that #1 contenders matchup, and Charlotte Flair was able to come away with the win, and like we mentioned before, she'll have that contract signing tonight. Liv Morgan now able to get out there and hits Baszler with a big Irish whip to the corner, and then an enziguri on a seated Baszler, and then just continuing the strikes. Going for a quick roll up. 1, 2. Oh, and Baszler pulls it back in. She's going for a win of her own. 2, and Morgan able to kick out. Baszler goes for that quick forearm strike, but Liv blocks it, hits it with a couple of strikes of her own. Now taking Baszler to the ropes. What's she gonna do here? Headlock position, going for a springboard bulldog, and she hits it. I'm gonna go for the cover. 1, 2, and again Baszler to kick out. Morgan doing the smart thing here, not letting Baszler recover as she hits a drop kick to the back of her head. And then hits a reverse style X Factor. And this now is Liv Morgan who's pumped up. Morgan continuing the attack here, sending Baszler to the corner. Hitting her with a couple chops. And then an awkward strike that has Baszler seated. But then again another big drop kick by Morgan. Again going for the cover. Much closer, but still only a 2. So again, it's Liv Morgan who's looking for revenge since about week 3, where Baszler stole a win with those brass knucks, and Liv just chucking Baszler to the outside. And again, Liv not giving Baszler any time to recover here. As the attack continues to the outside, goes for a strike, it's blocked by Baszler. And then Baszler just fires Liv into the barricade. And then just goes a little bit crazy here with the big combo combination. And then takes out Ali. I don't know what that was about, but her back was turned and now Liv has the advantage. I don't know what Ali did to deserve that, but in any case, it helped out Morgan. And she hits a big step up enziguri. And again, going for another pin. 1, 2. Again, Morgan getting closer and closer, but Shayna Baszler again able to kick out. Liv Morgan's hit that big face crusher. Baszler's in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure she knows where she is right now. This could do it. 1, 2. Oh, and Baszler again. Just able to kick out. A little bit of frustration now showing from Liv Morgan. She's going to send Baszler to the corner. What's she looking for here? Big hip attack into the midsection of Baszler. Baszler taking her focus to Ali on the outside could be the big difference here. But oh, she goes hits a big boot to the jaw. What's she gonna follow that up with? Almost a Stormbreaker, and she floats over into a pin out of nowhere. 1, 2, and this time it's Morgan who's gonna have to dig deep and kick out just before the 3 count. This is a great match, and something that we've come to expect from these two who've been putting on great match after great match this entire Mygm. Baszler taking Liv up to the top rope this time, and just with an arm wrench all the way to the ground. Now signaling for Liv to get up. What she could be going for here? Could be looking for that Karafuda clutch. She is. It looks like it's locked in. It isn't. She sits back. Morgan in a lot of trouble. Morgan looks to be fading right now. As you can see that left arm just kind of dangling out there. The ref's going to have to check in on her. She could be going to sleep. But Morgan fights out and gets a few elbows in and flips it over into a cover. 1, 2. Oh, and Baszler smartly lets go of the whole escaping from that pin. Morgan, though, is obviously she's still a little dazed from that choke being in for so long. And Baszler's going to look to take advantage of one gut wrench suplex, floats on through, and hits another, and rolls it into a pin. And Morgan just able to kick out. This is unbelievable. Now it's Baszler's turn to show some frustration. What more does Shayna Baszler have to do to put away Liv Morgan? She floats over into the mount position now, nailing the palm strikes to the head of Morgan. Baszler could be looking for it again. Oh, Morgan able to get out of the way of a big clothesline. And again looks to roll up Baszler. Shayna floats over again. It's still just a 2. Oh, Morgan goes for one more. Could she steal it here? And no, and Baszler able to kick out. What a matchup this has been. Again, Liv Morgan goes to that reverse style X Factor. Morgan sends Shayna to the corner. It's a big monkey flip. Look at that. And letting Baszler not rest at all. Morgan again sends Shayna into the next turnbuckle. Hits a big chop. And we've seen this again, the big hip thrust. And still no pin attempt. Morgan trying to string a whole bunch of attacks here together. And could she be going for that top rope assisted complete shot? She is. With the flatliner, she hits it. And this could be it. Be a huge win for Liv. 2, 3. She scores the victory and has that revenge over Shayna Baszler. What a match that was. Well done, Liv Morgan, as she wins the opening match here on Raw. Next up, we're going to hear from AJ Styles. There was, if you remember that moment in last week's #1 Contenders match where the lights seemed to go out and there was a heartbeat that ran throughout the PA sound. So what does AJ think about that? And the lights have gone out here again. And again, the heartbeat. What could this mean? I don't know what AJ's thinking, but someone might be coming after him for what happened at SummerSlam. And speaking of the number one contenders match last week, next up we're going to have the winner of that match, Braun Breaker, who is now the new number one contender for Seth Rollins' WWE title. He will be taking on Nicholas Mann, making his debut here on Raw. Good luck to him. He's looks like he's dressed for a much different occasion rather than a wrestling match, and I don't think that he stands much of a chance against Big Braun Breaker. He goes and hits him with a knee. That looks to have just angered Braun, who then hits Mann with a huge uppercut. What's next for... Oh, I don't like this. This doesn't look good. Just the stalling suplex. Look at the strength of Braun Breaker. Easily hoisting Nicholas Mann up there and just drops him down on his back. This one should be over very, very soon. As Braun signals for that power slam, he has Mann up. And there's the power slam. I think Braun's going to drag this lifeless body away from the ropes. Not like he was going to break the pin with a rope break anyway. But here it is. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker picks up yet another win here on Raw. And it looks like he's going to grab a microphone. Powerful words there from Braun that seem to have attracted the attention of the WWE Champion. Here he is, Seth Rollins. Again, he was victorious in that TLC match at SummerSlam, but there's a heavy interference, and a big assist goes to AJ Styles for that, as Finn Balor looked like he was seconds away from becoming the new champion. I cannot wait for this big matchup at TLC. Next, we're going to have Eric Bischoff in the ring for a main event of the contract signing. Here comes the challenger, Charlotte Flair, who made her shock debut on Raw a couple weeks ago. And she beat Trish Stratus last week, and now she has this big matchup against the champion Asuka. Asuka has been so dominant in her reign as a Raw Women's Champion, and she looks to continue that dominance with another defense against Charlotte at TLC. Looks like these two ladies are ready to go, as they've been bickering at each other throughout this whole contract signing. And Asuka goes for a strike, and Charlotte blocks it. What's Charlotte going to do here? She has Asuka up in a powerbomb position. And plants her through the table. Eric Bischoff, I guess, didn't see that coming, but come on, it's a WWE contract signing. But that's how we're going to end this one. Thank you for watching.